So bold, so headstrong, stubborn to the last. But this is as far as you go. Oblivion beckons!
Standard Salt, Amon, the Undying. Was this the 4th time we fight Amon? Technically. Is it? Or 3rd? Let's see, we have Crystal Tower. Then we had Vandaniel. Oh, okay, never mind. Don't tell me fight Vandaniel is a Zodiac, so this is the 3rd time technically fighting him. Alright. Let's go.
Lies! All lies!
Is it though? Is it?
Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies!
Where are you going, brother? Come back. Let's say... Wonder what Estinian would say for the Harshafont part. Aetherist Choker of Slaying. Yeah. Cinema time. Fucking head bombed. Let's blow away just to like dump himself there.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony. Leave this to her.
I have history with this guy.
Come to deal the coup de grace.
I just want to talk, man.
Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Have you any memories of Meteon?
How would you know that name? Then it was you. In Elpis. With them at Suck. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories.
The echo, basically.
But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos.
Yep.
Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them, no matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emet adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly! But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end.
Oh?
I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth.
Like every other planet, huh?
I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death.
Yeah.
So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception.
Funniest thing is, if you have depression and you read this, and you stop here, that shit can get really fucked. Really fast.
If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand.
Okay, but like, if... So this doesn't, like, the reason this doesn't make sense to me, because as Fandaniel, they weren't suffering in, like, the original world pre-Meteon, right? So, like, if he could get back those days, wouldn't that be better than just to live and is to suffer? Or he thinks that, like, even if getting back those days, there's no stopping Meteon anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, why even, like, try and fight Meteon? At the end, there's on death. Maybe? I guess.
It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution!
Conclusion, I would say, not solution.
That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet... even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end?
Yep.
Was this the only way? after all these years. Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it to see your conviction falter at the last. Van Daniel, still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arsahi?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you.
So angry. He's dead and he's still so angry.
To bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos.
That's what he's mad about.
I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
That's fucking crazy ass, bro. Oh, good. What was this, on the underworld? What does that mean?
You are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus.
But what is oblivion?
Reborn. Your desperate search for answers must start again.
Don't mess with crazy guy. Crazy guy will hurt himself as much as needed in order to ensure that you suffer. I'm not even gonna say. I'll do what must be done. Next time we'll find the answer together. Nah. You deserve what you deserve. What is oblivion, though?
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise. I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Asahi, you're like a secondary character, not even a main villain. Like, bro, who cares? It's like your threats are so empty. Hey. And the road ahead.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Okay, so it was the Mother Crystal area. That, I don't know, Cloud Storm, whatever it was.
Travelers, I welcome you.
Mummy! You look different.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught.
I thought memory is ether.
Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
The hero's journey.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Actually, courage and faith is literally your only option.
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope.
Basically.
As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side,
Okay.
their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite
Oh, Black
a
Rose.
distant world on the brink of collapse.
Yep. We would have done it if our world wasn't coming to an end.
And thou, my champion. When all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope.
Time and time again.
For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, my child.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark!
I prefer the funnier, more carefree Vanna,
Nigh
but
impossible is it
it's
to
fine.
send mortals to the edge of
She's
the
supposed to be a bit
universe.
different.
Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this.
Damn, her side view is
Do
sick.
you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return.
What's the point, though? It's not like we'll find protection somewhere else from the corruption.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day.
It's only been a few days since we fought Zodiark, I guess.
Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back.
For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Are you guys done with your battle shouts or what? Oh, thank God these two didn't have to say anything.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years.
Was my journey good and worthwhile?
Warrior of light, shouldst thou emerge victorious?
Was my journey good and worthwhile? That was the question that she asked me on top of that tower. And then we were interrupted as I was about to answer. So we'll see if that's the answer. That's the question she wants answered. During this quest and when using this studio support system, you have the opportunity to undertake this trial with a party of scions. Cool. Trial with the scions. Let's see which one I choose. Not bad. Oh no, she tired. Just absorb some ether.
At last, man has the strength to.
Shit. It'll be okay. We'll make it out. Shit. No, she did. Fuck. Where's my happy ending? Children.
No, this can't be happening.
You caused this with your stupid LB3. Why'd you have to LB3 her, Alize?
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment.
I don't know how that works. Sure, whatever. She kept a reserve somewhere.
It is a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis.
In theory?
Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled. To deliver
We had
us to
the
that
potential.
swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
I think you're giving her too much credit, not gonna lie.
It is as thou sayest.
Definitely too much
It
credit.
was the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and
Yeah.
the world asunder.
Yeah, I think that's what...
Power be diminished for a time.
Yeah, that was her objective. The whole, like, us being able to deal with Dynamis because we have less ether and stuff, that's just a coincidence. There's no way she planned for this. Like, that was just, like, she just chose to believe that men will find a solution. Us interacting with Dynamis, that's something that's, like, unexpected. It's a good result, cool, but that's definitely not what her plan was. Her plan was to delay it as long as possible for men to find an answer. That's what I think. Giving her a bit too much credit there, Y'shtola. Just saying.
And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations. Surpassed me.
Also, to say that we are all her chosen, I mean, the Scions are not really her chosen. I am the chosen, just saying.
I entrust the fate of the universe unto you.
It's like, who else here has the Echo? No one. It's like, she clearly didn't choose any of them, just coincidence.
This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Are you gonna hear my answer, or... Nah. Or is that just like a teaser?
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, There is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteon, we cannot simply soar on waves of dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether.
Kind of like that big ass fucking crystal behind you.
But a solution lieth close at hand.
Yeah, I figured. You actually have to think about it. Just look straight forward.
Of course.
Yes, my child.
Ah, the crystal music.
Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized. They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope.
You know what I wish? I wish when you do ARR and stuff, and you do get to like the final, like the Mother Crystal and stuff, I wish there would be like a little teaser of actually Hydaelyn behind the crystal or something like that, like a little shade or something that's like, holy shit, is that? Like, and only players who actually did Endwalker would be like, I know what this is, but new players would be like, they won't even notice it, and then they'll go back like, oh shit, that's cool. Obviously not. I don't think it will ever happen, but that'll be kind of cool. Because I went and checked, by the way.
Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words.
You gonna have my answer? No?
Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope.
This is true except in the case of the 13th and almost in the case of the first, but yeah. Well, we actually didn't...
Gift for thee. Come closer.
We didn't explore the 13th enough to say that there is no light there at all. Might just be like suppressed hardcore. Hard to say.
Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star.
Who knew it would always be as
Failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azan, yes?
But imagine we go back to, what's it called? Yeah, Charlian. And they're like, well, what did Hydaelyn say? Ah, we beat the shit out of her. It's like, what? You went there to talk to her, not to kill her. It's like, yeah, well, you know, things happen. How do other people would react to this shit? Oh, good.
As Hydaelyn, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace.
Yeah.
The laws which impart stability to existence itself.
Mainly stasis, I guess.
I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast
Will
seen
it not?
my journey through the ethereal sea, Souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azam's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this.
We are never meeting Azam, are we?
When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished.
Finally fulfilled her purpose. 12,000 plus years later.
Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over.
I'm finally waving, huh?
Of this, I have no doubt. For yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
Damn, she pulled an Odin. Disappeared into dust. Fuck, man. She didn't hear the answer to my question if the journey was good and worthwhile. I guess I'll tell her next time. Fuck. I guess the sun is there. To the right. That's exactly how I sleep in real life. I love it. That's why I have a hard time to breathe, because I'm like clamping my chest. What's this?
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least.
Metal Deaths? Oh, I probably said it's been a while. Yeah.
I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are. Drifting along instead.
Who's done?
Well. You too. And so we remain. To what?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I know who's starting to. I get it. Okay.
Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
Drifting away instead of finally taking their rest. Did I sense them or something? So peaceful here. Compared to like the rest of the world where the sky is burning and shit. I wonder why the sky is burning in those places though. Is it like an illusion or is it actually burning, you know? These are like the grown-ups.
Your business with Chitauri was finished.
I can see my new swag.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Spend all our money.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Yeah, it's pretty calm here.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
Nothing left to prove, not to reign, not to Minfilia. We'll get through this together. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition. Let's hit him where it hurts.
The matter?
No, it's nothing. Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
True. Especially compared to ARR.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Yeah, and take away the enemy for half a generation and shit will start going south again.
In the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change.
Nah, it's only while there's an enemy there'll be change.
With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out.
To bow
After all,
out.
There is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after.
Fair enough.
But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear.
Yes.
What have you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Probably open a portal to another world.
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast?
I'll never get to answer that question, will I? Another question I never get to answer. God damn it.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
They do feel like they're the grown-ups in the group, right? It's like, it's not just me. Because even though Graha is like 100+ years old, he still acts like a lot more childish than these three. I guess. Where would I put... Where would I put Estinian? He's just a lone wolf, really. It's like is he a grown-up? Yeah, but I don't see him in like a grown-up environment in the sense it's like go to a restaurant with friends and like just talk and stuff, you know? Then again, like kids also go to restaurants. Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying like it's a different vibe, you know? It's kind of like kids go to a restaurant, they're just like, you know, drinking and how should I define it? Like adults, when they go to restaurants, more like kind of like relax and get away from life, and kids is more like they go to like social places to create life, not procreate, just like be lively and, you know, and all that stuff. Whereas like the adults, usually they go to just relax and forget about stuff, kind of thing. Where would I put Estinian in that group though? Neither, I think. I think Estinian doesn't go to restaurants. He eats on the road. He's like Bear Grizzly, you know? Just fucking goes solo and like does survival videos on the side. Maybe. Estinian's just like an actual human being. It came to save Estinian. What brings you here?
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil?
No. Not really.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home,
What's going on with my hair?
mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Jesus Christ, the hair. Let's try it like this, maybe. I don't know.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress.
Now you're making it worse.
It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today.
That was the sentence people thought.
After all,
Well, Alfie would die.
tomorrow is never promised.
Like a death flag kind of thing.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
It's like he showed emotion for a second. Don't do that. Can't do that. Can't have that. Oh, good.
Wait!
What? It's too much
Since
sharing.
I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me.
I tried, man. The quest didn't let me.
To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Too many dudes here, man.
Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
Not if you're a man. You keep that to yourself.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
That's the only time he will say it. Suppose I ought to thank you both as well. You were never one to forsake a friend, Alphino. In the spirit of thanking, I guess. I am playing a chick, I guess, so I have to, right? There's no manly voice, like nothing manly here to say, so I might as well RP as the chick that I am. I suppose I have to thank you both as well. Fuck it, whatever. Oh, I'm cringing. It's too many things.
Well, we needn't make it a competition.
Of course we do.
This must be what Hydaelyn meant when she spoke about depending on one another.
I mean, you can interpret it however you want.
The road before us. Together we will prevail.
We're done here. Good. Enough of this sorry excuse for dudes, man. Nah. Not here. Should have known Pudding Way is all about her puddings. Obviously, what else would she be learning here? While they're asleep. Try to speak to Aze, but she's fast asleep, bro. I wish. That'd be nice. Just fucking fall asleep. Like super nice weather outside. I wouldn't mind. But when I think about all the bugs and shit, yeah, fuck that.
Oh,
Oh?
knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry.
Fair.
Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over.
Yeah, but I won't get a chance if I don't keep sacrificing, because then everyone will die every time, you know? It's not like I can just take a break.
Tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed. To the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Cool.
This feels familiar.
At the Crystal Tower when you woke up.
Well, 'tis good to be
awake.
Wait. What am I? Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
I wonder why it is.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word. I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
What is it about, like, people seeing you sleep that is embarrassing? And it's true, like, I get embarrassed if I, like, fall asleep in public and then people see me or some shit like that. I mean, I would not so much anymore after falling asleep in a lot of classes, even snoring. I stopped caring about it. But there was this moment of, like, embarrassment to fall asleep in front of people. Is it just, like, a feeling that's, like, something you shouldn't do because you're defenseless? So it makes you feel embarrassed about it? I don't know, but it's weird. In front of strangers, in front of friends, I don't give a shit, man. If I'm tired, man.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
Sleeping.
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. The calm from the storm. They tend to do this a lot. Okay, how did it go from that to snow? But okay, whatever. Yeah, they tend to do it a lot. Oh my god, I thought we were hugging. She's inside of me. This, you have like action, and then you have nothing, and then you have action, nothing. It's like before every storm you have the calm, and like literally this is repeated 3 times per expansion basically, right? Basically before every trial you have calm before the storm. it's pretty common to see, to have that feeling here as well, I guess. Oh yeah. That night the Real Menagerie in Alamigo. Real Menagerie. Something in Alamigo? Oh.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you?
Xena soul searching.
And what was it that you sought in me?
I'll just need to defeat you because you were a threat. I don't think there was ever, like, story-wise, I don't think there was ever a moment where I was, like, seeking out Xenos. It was more like, just want to liberate Alamigo, and you were in the way. I was never, like, really chasing Xenos or anything like that, really. I had no quarrel with him aside from the obvious. But there was nothing personal about it. It was just like, that's how it is, yeah. I need to defeat you if I want to liberate that. The cat girl of the hour is here. Someone talk?
How often have we thus assembled?
This expansion, a lot. Way more than others.
To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments. From the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
The forum has sent word. The Ark is ready.
Some really hate comments on Pokemon's Twitter right now.
Will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule.
See, this is also what I don't get, bro. This is like the biggest fucking mission in the stars fucking world. You would think they would also send some elite soldiers with us. You know, people who are like not afraid, maybe like a Roban or two, you know?
Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteion.
Yep. Kinda.
As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
It's like, the ship was supposed to carry so many people. You would think they would send some soldiers with us. Not just like 8 of us against fucking mightiest creature in the universe currently. As far as we know.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph.
Well, obviously.
That means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Like, to the point where, like, what's his name? Vishra could have sent the Simulacrum with us. And then when Simulacrum becomes useless, I don't know how much strength it has, but it has the power of the eye. Estinian would consume the eye, you know? But, like, something like that, it's kind of, I find it weird that they because the thing is, if we fail this mission, bro, straight up.
Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here.
Because, like, if we fuck up, it's not that there's, like, you know, there's a second chance or whatever. No, that's it. There's no ship. You're stuck on the planet. You're all going to die. You would think they would send more people with us, or like as backup, as support, something like that. Like fearless people who will not yield to despair. Like, you know, it's so weird. I know we are the heroes, I get it, but it's like, it just doesn't make much sense. You would think if these are the leaders of the...
Safe journey, all of you, and... be safe.
Leaders of each country would come with us as well, you know? They're not weak, they won't fall to despair, all that shit, right? Me too, Totaro. Be safe. Be safe. I'm not sure why she needs to be safe, but yeah, be safe. Rant over.